Welcome to the LTP episode 249. Today we're going to talk about what Disneyland means to us and to America. Then we're going to leave this regularly scheduled program and head over to Universal Studios Hollywood. See you there.
All personnel, clear the launch platform.
All personnel, clear launch platform.
The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello, and hello. Welcome to Leaving Today podcast, episode number 249. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, whenever it is and however it is. We very much appreciate it. My name is Mark. I'm one of the co-hosts here of the LTP. Sitting to the right of me today is the Trollmaster of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right.
How about you?
Super fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you for asking. Yes. Sitting to the left of me via FaceTime is the very lovely Becky. Hey, Becky, what's up?
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We are fantastic. You know, it's Sunday, July 5th.
Yep.
And we
Yes.
are talking about Disneyland, our favorite place. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope you find the water to be warm. We are a very open and honest Disneyland podcast, and you can think of us as your favorite Disneyland friends who you have not met yet, because I think we're that kind of people. I don't know. I'm not into self-glossing, but we kind of get that from time to time. People say, you guys are exactly how you come across.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to be.
I don't know how else to be either. I don't. But we are again, a Disneyland podcast. We've been doing this for a little over 10 years, almost 10 and a half years. And episode 250 is coming up in a couple weeks. So we've been doing it for a bit. If you'd like to support the show, that'd be awesome. We make it super simple. Go to leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on the support tab, and we have a Patreon page there that you can go ahead and help out with the show. And those funds go towards software for our live show, which happens every Wednesday night, and then also goes towards hosting fees for the show. We don't buy churros or merchandise or anything with the money you give us, but anything you want to contribute helps out, and we definitely use it towards the betterment of the show. We also have, you can follow us on Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. That is a great way to get a hold of us. And we have T-shirts on TeePublic. So we've got that as well. And all of that information is on our main page at leavingtodaypodcast.com, or we have a link tree on Instagram. In addition to that, every Wednesday night from 6 to 7 Indy time, Udi and I can be found on our YouTube channel, which is Leaving Today Podcast. We go live for an hour, and we talk about 2 or 3 or 4 different hot Disney news items of the week. And we have a big chat group that joins us, and it's always a great time to get a chance to know you and talk about stuff you want to talk about Disney related. And if you want to be a part of that, please join us every Wednesday night at YouTube at Leaving Today Podcast on our YouTube. It's our LTP Lounge. If you want to just hang out and join the chat, you can check out our social media. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, we post on how to get on there, and it's a really good time. It helps out. And then finally, if you're listening to our voice or any podcast, just understand that you are supporting creative arts and creative thoughts, and it goes a long way. It just, this is an art form that we use just to talk about the things we love, and we want to build a sense of community with that. Yeah,
100%. I mean, the ability to come together as a community and talk about what we like and stretch out and create a larger community is something that is that can't be the importance of it can't be overstated, right? Like the fact that that you guys come and listen to us, and you take the time to listen to an independent podcaster. Just opens up everything, right? In this country, we have the freedom to do this, right? We have the freedom to speak.
Yes.
And the more we speak, the more we talk, the more we find out that most of us are pretty freaking cool. And we're pretty freaking awesome, right?
Most of us are,
Most of us are. And so the only way we do that is by listening, right? By opening up and listening. So when you listen to us and you listen to other podcasters with an open mind, you're opening up your mind and yourself to more information, and you're going to find out that it's a cool place. We're kind of like, it's fun. So thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for spending your valuable, valuable time with us. We appreciate you to no end.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I briefly touched about a sense of community. So we record out of the Sacramento, California area. If you find yourself in Sacramento from time to time, we do a Disney trivia at a local restaurant in Citrus Heights, and we try to do it on Monday or Tuesday, probably once every other month. But we just got done this last week. We had a really good trivia night on Monday night, and the amount of people showing up for that, we had more people that showed up that could actually play in our trivia.
Yeah.
Because we're limited to like 25 people, and we probably had, 30 people that wanted to play.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is in our community that have come out just to talk about Disneyland and get to know each other. And it's just a great sense of community, and it blows me away that this little thing we've created. If we never did this, Udi, we would have had that trivia night. We wouldn't have met anybody.
No,
anybody. You wouldn't have met Hunter.
No, I would. No, when you think about that, the community, the community is something that we didn't think about.
No.
Never had a thought about it.
Nope.
And I don't want to go too far on it, because whenever we begin this discussion, I feel like
we'll talk about it next week.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to go too far into it, because I think next episode of 250, that is going to be the show where this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk. We don't talk about our podcast. We don't talk about ourselves. We share our thoughts and our opinions, but we don't go deep because it isn't about us.
No.
It isn't about Mark or me or Becky or Jess, it isn't about us. It's about the topics that we love, and it's about the community and you guys who listen. You're more important.
Yeah.
So we don't do that, but the gratitude that we have is all because of the community. The life that I have, and I said it over and over again, the life that I have is a direct reflection of this. Like, in no way, shape, or form, I can point and find the actual fork in the road in my life that changed because of this show. So I'm going to go into full detail, like in the next show. I've done it before, but I feel like it happens so sporadically.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be like, wait, how, what do you mean? And so I'll go, but... Yeah, absolutely. The community has given me so much, and oh, god dang it, man.
Yeah, I know. I was driving home from that on Monday night, and I'm thinking, all this none of this would have happened if we hadn't gone down this road.
I would have never known you, your husband, your kids.
We wouldn't know each other.
No.
And now I feel like you guys have just been my friends forever.
Yep. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, two people I could call and just if like something was wrong and I needed help. Like that's how highly I think of you guys.
Wow, thank you for that. Yeah. Nice to know.
It's very true.
Oh, good.
Well, I always still say my husband just left me alone with two random men we had never met in person.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Remember whenever I came to your house to record?
Yeah.
He just was like, all right, well,
wow.
have fun.
Yeah. He didn't hang out. No, he was like, I'm out of here.
He went to go play golf, I think.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I got my priority. You're
let
fine.
Us do our thing,
yeah, you're safe. You're fine. I'm out.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Craziness. Yeah.
Comedy. Oh my lord.
But no, we'll talk about it more in episode 250 because we've, and anyways, we'll get to that. But anyways, if you're listening in the area and you want to come to that, just pay attention to our social media or our show, because we'll advertise the next one. We are July 5th. We talked about maybe doing it late August or early September. So we'll see
Okay.
how it goes. But it's such a fun time, and it's like 2 hours, but it moves by so fast, and really good food too.
Yeah, I'm really proud of us though, Mark. Is that because he did a
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
he did a topic which was the park specifically.
He did 3 topics.
Well, he did, but he did one of them, which was the park specifically.
yes.
So, who finished 1, 2, 3
Yeah. Who finished 1, 2, 3 out of the group?
out of the group? It was Mark was in first place, Jess was in second. I was behind Jess by
And
literally a millisecond button push. If not, I would have been in second place, and she would have been in third.
I love that.
So we in the one, like literally, I was with Hunter, one of my coworkers, and he's like, the topic came up, and he just looked at me, he's like, "Oh, you're so gonna destroy everybody," and I kind of went like, "Maybe," and then we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We
And then we kind of did, but it was fun. But it was a great time.
Yeah, I only missed one question on that one, and but that's fine. But the other 2 categories, I was horrible at. Yeah.
Yeah. it
What
was
were
pretty
the
fun.
other categories?
It had
It was live action Disney movies,
Right.
and he
Okay.
asked a lot of questions about Mr. Boogedy,
no, that was the deep cut one. That was the deep cut.
and it's like, who the
Live
hell was
action
Mr.
deep cut.
Boogedy?
Hunter did. I mean,
Oh,
my coworker Hunter.
Who
Why
is
did
Mr. Boogedy?
Exactly right.
It's a movie. Yeah.
There,
Wait,
out of like there
Yeah.
were like 16 questions, and probably,
Three of them were like Mr. Boogedy.
and then one was
It's because it was his favorite movie.
the Watcher in the Woods.
Yeah, dude, that's a great movie.
But no one knows about that shit.
I did. I got all of them right. I haven't seen that movie forever, but
Okay.
everybody needs to go watch that movie. It really is
Okay,
a
I'm gonna
trip.
watch it.
It's a trip. It's not for your little kids, though. Do not put them.
Oh,
Okay.
It's
Okay,
literally
good
like
to know.
kind of spooky and a little like, no. But I remember watching as a little kid being like, I haven't seen that movie in decades. And once it came up, I'm like, okay, I haven't seen it in a while. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remembered all of them. Like, I guess that movie did leave an impression on me
Yeah.
after all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then he had like 2 questions from the Cat from Outer Space.
Yeah, dude, another good one. And I was
Oh my
wrong
gosh,
about
I
that one.
haven't
Yeah.
even thought about that.
Exactly.
Years.
So that's
No,
the kind of,
he said deep cut.
well, they were
He went deep.
they were deep.
That's good though. He didn't just pull.
No.
basic
No.
new
Nope.
live
And I
actions.
appreciated
He,
it,
like,
but-
went
And then
deep.
what was the other one? I don't remember what the first
Wasn't
one
it,
was.
I think it was animated or something like
It
that.
might have been. Yeah, it was animated stuff. And
Okay.
a question from an animated movie. Then he did music one, and then I got that one. Music
But
bingo.
that's bingo.
Yeah, music bingo, which is fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's a good
That's
intermission in between.
Yeah.
And I won that one.
Yeah.
You had to do a double bingo, and I got it.
Yeah.
Um,
It was fun.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, good times.
I wish I lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, next time we have to see if you guys can come up. It's a long haul from where you guys
Yeah.
are. But,
It is a long haul, but I guess if I plan it in advance,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
I can come one.
Yep.
Okay. Well, people tune into our show to listen to Disney
Yeah.
Disney stuff, so we'll get to that.
Yes.
should.
But yes, check us out for social media if you want to do trivia. We'll keep that alive. Hey, every new attraction seems to have a very good. This is an opening question, like a very immersive queue, which is
Okay.
something that's part of I think built into it. No, I think that's something that they have to do.
Yep.
Can you look back at any of the existing rides now where you would what queue would you improve and how would you improve it?
Right now?
Yeah. Because I think this sort of started probably with Indiana. Actually, probably Splash Mountain was the first queue that I saw that I thought was like, oh, this is actually really well themed. And then Indiana Jones came out, which blew the doors off. Well, you know what? Actually, Haunted Mansion has a really good queue.
Also,
I
too,
got mine.
Jungle Cruise does have an interesting queue.
Now?
Now it
Yeah.
does.
Before it was
Yeah,
pretty
now it
pretty
does.
mundane.
But when was that changeover?
When?
Yeah, when?
Oh,
Oh gosh, when was that?
that's a great question, Becky.
Oh, we may have to look that
It's
up.
been a while.
Yeah, no, I mean probably in the 80s, I think, because if you look back in the like when the park opened from 55 to like 60, it didn't look all that great. It may have
No.
had like a thatch hut or something.
Yeah.
But that is a great question, Becky. We should do a deep dive, but yeah.
I know. I do wonder too. Do you think just at a certain time they realize like, hey, there's more people coming here than we anticipated.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to make our queues interactive and
Yep.
part of the
Yep.
story.
Yep. 100%.
Yes, I think
Well-
it was a conscious effort for sure.
Yeah, well, it had to be, and then recognizing that it add to the aura and the mystique and the vibe of
It
the park,
does.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
But again, that's something that like Six Flags over here, this dump over here
Yeah,
at
they don't-
Discovery Bay, whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I don't
go.
remember what it's called
That
now.
place
Yeah,
needs to be a data center.
it probably will
Isn't
be.
it going to be?
Probably
No,
is.
that's Great America.
Great America.
Oh, yeah, Great
there-
America.
and
Oh, yeah.
Six Flags.
You're
I wrote.
talking like the old Marine World.
Yeah. I wrote Six Flags a message about that because Great America was my home park, and I go, you guys are picking the wrong park to close down. It needs to be Discovery. Oh yeah, it's Discovery Kingdom. That thing needs to be shuttered, and they need to put money into Great America because there's just nothing like that anymore. But those queues at Discovery Kingdom are horrible.
Yeah.
There's no
I haven't been
theming
there
going
forever.
on.
I mean,
Don't
I
ever
can't
go.
remember the last time I've been there. It was a long time ago. I actually have a couple of cues that I think I would work on.
Okay, what are they?
Okay.
I'll go with the one that won't be so shocking to you. Would be
Canoes. Don't say the canoes.
No.
Okay.
Peter Pan.
Incredicoaster.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think the Incredicoaster. A lot of the queues in DCA aren't as
I had forgot
interactive.
about that one.
But Incredicoaster is pretty. I mean, it is a blown-up version of Disney's Flight School. Just something really boring, mundane. Nothing really much going on. And I mean, I get it, space-wise, spatially. What I would do for the Incredicoaster was I would encapsulate it a bit, elongate the queue out, and then once the arch. Once you come into the arch, I would move the fast pass and everything up to the arch. All know the arch I'm talking about. Move that up there, and then start enclosing in the area, and then start telling the story, the buildup of the story. Because right now they're relying on the story being told by the TVs, right?
Is the arch, is that when you walk into the main thoroughfare and right it's on the left?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that arch,
Yeah.
right before you
Oh.
get to Cookie Num Num and all that.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
I would enclose that and then make your doorway and stuff into that, and then begin to tell the story of how Jack has gotten out. And the story that we know, right? It's only told through the TV. It's not enough. Now, I know we're going for a thrill ride. That is a thrill ride. But I think that would be more fun because then you understand when you're on the thrill ride why you're chasing Jack and the whole thing. And then because we know that is an incredibly more interactive and fun attraction at night because you see all the
It
effects.
is.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think queue-wise that would work. Now, here's the one that you might find shocking. Small World.
Okay.
I think
Oh.
Small
I'm
World.
curious.
Yeah, Small World is another one of those, right?
Oh.
I don't know weirdly if you could do much with it, but I would say you would canopy it up more a little bit, kind of what they did with along the lines of Jungle Cruise, and begin telling the story. And what I would do in that queue is that I would tell the story of the attraction because that attraction played such a part in the development of Walt and Disneyland. That it would be fun, so people like, hey, Small World, even though I can't stand it,
Yeah.
but I can
I was
also,
gonna say,
yeah,
you have a little more love for Small World than I thought.
yeah, no, and I don't, but
Yeah.
I can recognize what it means to the
It's
park,
important.
and I think other people that don't know the history and why it needs to be there,
Yeah.
would help, and just walk in and be like, World's Fair, and just tell the story of it as you go all the way through, and the different morphing iterations when they've added different things just to tell the story of like,
Yeah.
hey, the reason why you're on Small World, obviously a lot of people take it to get in the air conditioning, but the deeper message of that attraction is something that I think everyone should be able to get behind, even though I can't.
I think you're right. I think they need to lean into the heritage of that.
Yeah,
and get people to buy into it. I mean, I would go check that. I mean, I don't necessarily mind it, but
That would get me back on the ride.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, one
Just
time.
so I could go through the queue and look at
Summertime only,
everything.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, holidays is actually kind of cool.
Actually, the holidays is fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic is the word.
It really is.
Yeah, no, I've been on it through that, and it is. But
Those are
the
good
two that
answers.
I can think of,
Good
yeah.
answers. I think Space Mountain could use a lot of help. Mm-hmm. The whole outdoor part to me is just garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing out
Yeah,
there.
you are
nothing.
right.
It's like you.
No.
I mean, do I have an answer? And yeah, see, this is the thing. Instead of complaining about it, I need to have an answer for it. They could talk more about space. I mean, but I don't know exactly what the theme is because it isn't. They're not celebrating astronauts with Space Mountain.
No, they'd have to like build a story into
Build a
it
story
little
about
bit
it.
more. They really would.
Yeah, like you're trying to escape some sort of, comet or something like that. You're being chased through some galaxy. I don't know, something like
Yeah.
that would get more people, because once you go in, you're in a spaceport, I guess. None of us have actually been in a real spaceport, so that's our best guess.
Right.
But they could have some more stuff on the walls. It's something about with a story, and I don't know. Like I said, the outdoor queue there's nothing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
No, there isn't.
I mean, that would be a great spot for the bar. People could walk by and go, "Oh, what is that place?" But yeah, I don't have a clear answer for that one. But
Yeah, you're right. At least serve a drink out there. Something. while you
Something.
wait.
Yeah, but Space Mountain is the one that I think about that would need like a better queue. What about
That's
you,
a
Becky?
good one. Well, I initially was going towards Peter Pan, which I think is so basic. But
Oh,
just
yeah.
that queue is just a mess, and it is so long. It just winds through as well. But I mean, there's also not a lot of space to do a lot right there. But like when you go to Walt Disney World, which of course has way more space,
Yeah.
when you walk through that queue,
Yeah.
you actually see, portions of the Peter Pan story. You're kind of going through the nursery.
Oh,
It's the
totally,
last
yeah.
night, and that to me adds, because that is also an important story, I think, for what Disneyland means, like of the not wanting to grow up. and,
Sure.
like just I would love to see something there if they could.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't even know how they'd extend it.
Well, when the thing I always think about when I walk right through the castle is you walk through the castle on the right hand side diagonal there's that small shop there. They used to have it was Ye Old Christmas shop at one point, and then
Oh, yeah, I loved that.
but now there's a Christmas shop on Main Street, which is 4 or 5 times bigger than that place. So now that store just has like odds and ends that no one ever goes in there. And whenever I've been in, there's one person in there, and I go, "You guys must not generate a lot of money out of this place." That could be demoed and put to like an indoor queue for Peter Pan, because that must share a wall. Somewhere.
Yeah, it would have to.
So
I would think.
and that would get people out of the main thoroughfare where there's already strollers and things like that. But that is something I'll look into and go, well, maybe we could put the queue inside.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but Peter Pan is a good one. Darn it, we didn't go on it last time.
Nope.
Nope. A lot of them.
Probably the line was long.
Becky honestly didn't even go. Wasn't even on my radar.
Nope.
We had
It's
so
not
many.
yet.
We had so many other
Well,
things
I
going to do.
I'm more in a Fantasyland stage, I think, than you guys are with my kids' ages.
You think?
Probably you
now.
are. Probably
Maybe.
you are.
Right.
Yeah, but our last trip was not. Anyway, I won't go.
Yeah, we won't go to that.
I won't litigate or bring that back up, rather.
Okay. All right. Well, that's opening questions. So to follow format, let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right. So just real quick, Udi, your thoughts on here we are, July 5th, 2026. We are celebrating America's 250th anniversary. And I was thinking about the parks yesterday, the 3rd and 4th, and how we actually had planned to go to the 3rd, the 2nd and 3rd.
Thinking about it, yeah.
But I do wish that we were at the parks yesterday because, we talk about Disneyland a lot. Clearly, it's done a podcast, but we talk about the news. We talk about the Matterhorn and Jungle Cruise and Indy and Coco coming and Avatar and all this other stuff. And but really, we talk about Fantasyland and Adventureland, but really, there is a strong argument. It's not even an argument. I think it's a fact that the park really is a celebration of America. It's a big thank you to who we are and and it displayed the hard facts that have gotten to where we are. And there were hard facts that have gotten us to where we are. And it is, to me, it's a celebration of America. And by the way, we've got a bunch of other adventures you could go on, but at its core, Main Street is the pulse of that park. Yeah, I mean, Fantasyland might be the soul of the park, but the pulse of the whole thing is America and Americana.
That's the beginning of it, yeah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about all that?
Well, you know,
And Becky.
yeah, and Becky. Don't forget Becky.
I'm not gonna forget Becky.
Thanks. Just leave me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just hang up the call real quick.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when we talk about Walt Disney, and I think one of the things that and why the park is America, okay? And
America.
it is. It's America, and it's because it represents what made this country what it is, in every facet of it, right? So you have a person who was down on his luck multiple times, was at a point in his life where I don't know what I'm going to do next, okay? But he had an idea, and he had a vision, and he had a purpose. He had these things that just popped up. Talking about the story with his daughters at Griffith Park, right?
Yeah.
The idea, the concept, the ability to come up with something like, hey, what if, right? What if I did this? What if I could do this? What if this became a reality? That alone, right there, that whole mantra of what if, is this country. You go back and you go to history. I'm not going to go into history, but when you really look at it, everything began with, well, what if? What if we could do this? What if we did this? What if we could live like this? What if we could do these things? And everything was that. So Walt Disney went, what if?
Yeah.
And then with that came the backing of, but I can.
Yeah.
Not only what if, but I can. And then followed by that, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that. Well, you can't. Well, why not? Well, money. I'll figure that out. Well, I can't. You can't. Why? Well, it hasn't been invented yet. Well, then we'll invent it. You can't. Well, why not? Because, you know, think about all the hard work. Well, then we'll do the work. Everything that we have in this country is been built on that facet. Building, expanding, growing, learning, inventing, everything. From the beginning to where we are now, everything has been built on that. So Walt, we were talking about it before we began. Walt Disney, we have so many things in this country because of Walt Disney.
Yeah.
The innovations, all these things, we have generations of, in every generation we have some form, some group of individuals or an individual specifically that pushes everything forward. The mentality of, I want to create something. I want to build something. I want to make this a better place than what I'm in now. That is at the core of everything. So look at Disney. Walt said the park will never be finished. Why is that? Because America never is finished. America will never be finished, and neither will Walt Disney, neither will the park.
Right.
Because you cannot be finished. The second you stop is the second you die. So we don't stop. We don't stop. So that's Walt.
Yeah.
Everything that park and that area, it is America at its core.
Yeah.
It breathes, it builds, it lives on the values of that hard work, never stopping, never going, woe is me, oh no, I can't, oh this, that. No, it's F that. F you if you don't think I can do it. Watch
Rudy
me.
getting a little saucy.
No, because I get passionate about this this topic.
Yeah.
I love my country. I say it all the time. And I'm unabashedly proud to be an American. And when I look at Walt, this is one of the tenets of this ability to go and build and create and be free to do that. Not by somebody saying, I'll let you do this. It's never been, I'm like, well, I'll let you do this. No. I don't need your permission. I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. So this is America from the beginning. And then you go into Main Street, right?
Yeah.
Everything in Main Street is America. The small shops, the sense of community, the American flag. I mean, at one point there was cops, the firehouse.
The barbershop quartet.
The barbershop quartets.
Yeah.
You look at that kind of stuff. The fact that they have a flag retreat every day. All these things are traditions built in this country.
Yeah.
The honoring of our flag, the honoring of our service members, the honoring of all the first responders, the honoring of the people who have sacrificed for this country so that we can go and play at Disneyland safely. Mm-hmm. That alone, again, this is having fun, being free to do what you want to do, being free to enjoy your life the way you want to. That's what Walt did. I'm going to create a playground for you guys. I'm going to give you the tenets of what we are and what I believe. Adventure, fantasy, future. These are all the things. History. All the things are there.
Yeah.
That is America.
Yeah.
We have all of that. We have the history of how we came, the adventure that the people willing to go out and risk their life and limb to explore, to create an adventure, to create a bigger world. That is it, all of it. And if you wanted the fantasy, the ability to create, because fantasy and imagination is how you create, right?
Yeah.
There's Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, the promise of like, hey, think about all the crazy crap we can come up with. There it is, right there. True, that's why we get a little emotional. Like, man, it needs to be better, because that shouldn't end.
No.
Moving forward, we keep on moving forward. So that's why it's America, through and through.
For sure. Yeah.
Through and through.
People are like,
That was very well said.
they're like, oh, Mark, you should not have asked Udi that question.
No, it was so good. Like everything that you said, it actually was making me a little emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is also true. And it took me back to being younger. And just like my dad's mom came here at 16 from Sicily, didn't know any English.
Yeah.
Her neighbor taught her English. My grandpa came from Italy as well. They built a business together. Like they did so much for the family, and would always focus on, you've got to have the American dream, and it's such a big deal. And I think that's why there is such a connection with my family with Disneyland, is it really starts there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've said it before.
Yeah.
Disney, for me and my family, we went multiple times a year. And it was one of the things, it was like my parents, when they came here, they integrated into America. Like my dad, God, I miss him sometimes. But when he tells me the story about like someone was kind of giving him grief, because we all run to jerks in this country and around the world, sadly.
Yeah.
And they were kind of questioning him because my dad spoke with an accent. My dad, his second language was English. He knew 4 of them. But he goes, man, I'm more American than you. And the guy goes, how can you say? He goes, because I chose it here. I chose to come here. And that's kind of the thing. Like, you create an open space and an open area, and you accept people that want to come in and be part of it. That's why, again, Disneyland is so important.
Yeah.
At that, because it is an open area. Like, we're not going to judge you, man. Just come and you want to be part of this, cool. Then be part of it. We don't care where you're from. We don't care if you don't speak English perfectly. We don't care what you look like. But you want to be part of this, cool. You're in. Like, you pledge, like, I know, I love this. I want to be this. I want to integrate in with this. Cool. Then welcome. Yeah. That's why I stand behind the flag that I do, because that's what it represents to me. That's what it represented to my father. And that's what Disney represents in such a vast way. And I know it's a little bit deeper, but that's really the way I look at it. Like, Disney for a community, we can leave all the crazy crap about politics and this and that and all that. We walk through the gate.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's there.
And if somebody brings it up, I'm going to be like, not the place, but not here.
Not here.
Not here. This is not what we're here for. We're here to be together and forget about what can divide us and we have different opinions on. We're going to be together. Yeah. And again, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It's so true. And you will hear people who come in and like, oh, I don't get why you like that. That's just princesses and kind of this, false reality of love and this and that. Like, it is so much more than that. So much more than that.
You cannot let the narrow vision and the stunted development, I mean, in the sense of maturity of other people, affect the fact that when you go and when we go into that park, it's not about the small little window that you're looking at. It's not about, oh, it's too busy. It's too many people. It's not only princesses. Oh, it's for little kids. You're looking at something. It's like looking at the Grand Canyon and then looking at a little 6x5 window of it and going like, what's the big deal? It's just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
let me pull your head away from that and go to the upper view of it. And then you go, holy crap. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I find it interesting though. If you look back at maps of the first few years of Disneyland, well, probably the first 10 years, Frontierland was by far the largest of all the lands. I mean, a massive amount of land.
Yep.
Because there was no New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
There was no Bear Country / Critter Country / Bayou Country.
Yeah.
All of that was dedicated towards the Wild West.
Yeah.
You had stagecoaches out there. You had Indian Village out there, blacksmith out there.
Yeah.
You could buy minerals. You couldn't pan for gold,
Yeah.
but you could buy minerals and strange things like that.
Yeah.
All that to me is just. I wish some of that stuff was still there.
Yeah.
Because
It'd
I
be
think it's
fun.
important.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
important for us. But I understand the evolution, and I hope that we never lose sight of that fact that was really what this park was about. And I mean, slowly but surely that land's been carved up into put into other things. And yeah. New Orleans Square is a great addition,
Yeah.
of course. And Critter Country, Bear Country is great. Notice I didn't say Bayou Country.
I heard you.
We noticed.
But all of that is just fantastic. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's not about Matterhorns and Big Thunders
No.
and spaces
No.
and things like that. It's really about a celebration of America.
Yeah.
And so to answer the question, I would love to have gone to just taken a lap in the park yesterday.
yeah.
Out of
Oh my
Isaac
gosh,
Green.
yes.
I saw a video and it was full of people and like chaos in the park. And I'm like, oh man, that looked like a party.
Oh yeah.
That would have been fun. I don't care about the crowd. I've been like, I'll tell you what, the 4th of July, if I would have been there 4th of July
Yeah.
for the flag retreat, I would have lost it 100%.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
I would have lost it because, again, the meaning is so
Yeah.
deep.
I was talking to Wendy this morning about that, because she was talking about Haunted Mansion changes over August 21st. And her and I both agree it's a little bit soon for Halloween in August. And
I know people who would argue that.
no, I understand the argument, but don't you think, like, if we're part of Disneyland marketing or something, it's like, let's just have July and August set aside to like Americana.
I would like that.
Like let's
Yeah.
have let's have special apple pies, special hot
Oh
dogs,
my gosh, yes.
special ice cream sundaes that pay homage to our nation.
Yeah.
And because people that come from out of let's say they're from Australia or New Zealand or whatever, hey, we're gonna or England or whatever, we're gonna come to Disneyland for the first time. Okay, for these 2 months, this is Americana. Let's create like a state fair sort of thing,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and have special foods and more fried chicken. But no, I'm just spitballing stuff. But
Yeah, no, I agree.
and then come September 1st after Labor Day, we can get all of our skeletons and all this other stuff up there. I would love that.
I would love it.
It would it's a slice of Americana for a month and a half that kicks off the weekend or whatever, the week of July 1st to August 31st every year. Oh, I would probably make a point of coming down.
Yep.
Because I was telling Wendy the other day, I was like, I think July might be a month that I've never gone to the park. I don't know the last time would have been
I
there in
did
July.
last year,
Oh, really?
but I went the end of July, but it was all 70th.
Oh.
There wasn't anything patriotic. However, my parents and my brother are heading out tomorrow.
Oh, lucky them.
And so they're going to be all next week. So I will have them send some pictures and we can kind of see what it looks like.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like they could totally turn like the Golden Horseshoe into some sort of like, feast hall where you could buy a ticket and there's
yeah.
tables and it's a 4-course meal of whatever. That's Americana type of stuff, or have the barbecue. I don't know. There's so many things that they could do that I'm like, oh man, we should.
I was even thinking sorry, Ubi, but
No,
at
go ahead.
DCA, the adorable snowman, if they did the blue with like a berry compote on top and then had the white chocolate.
Yep.
And so it's like a red, white, and blue.
Well, and then,
yeah.
That'd be
and then-
delicious.
yeah.
I mean, that's simple.
Yeah, but no, and then
Basic.
any food cart would be the Americana food, like
Yeah.
your basic staples, like that are like meatloaf. I mean,
Oh.
hot dogs,
Yeah,
burgers,
right.
like
Oh man.
basic stuff. That macaroni cheese.
Oh, but
Yeah,
dude, okay, again, and I know where people going, what's this? We're talking about this going off a tangent. If they had the Big Thunder Ranch barbecue still open,
Oh, good
Oh
lord,
my
barbecue! Can you imagine
that
barbecue?
whole area back
would be
there for like 2 months,
crazy.
we've got
Oh,
pie,
yeah.
we've got hot dogs, we've
Yeah.
got ribs. Dude, you wouldn't every day would be jammed,
Yep.
right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh my
You
gosh.
could even have people dressed up or some sort of like character interactions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, having
Yeah.
all the characters in some basically American inspired, so in the red, white, and blue, or accents of red, white, and blue. I mean, everything could be like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Even at Golden Horseshoe, if they like that to me would be the perfect setting. Like you mentioned for a feast, and even if you had something plain, like somehow had like I don't know, a projector or something with like old movies of Disneyland or of Frontierland,
Yeah.
just kind of in those early stages, maybe with like talking about the history.
Yep.
That would just be so cool.
Yep. The
Yep.
history of the park, the history of Walt, the history of all of that is incredibly important to be not only in the park because it's in there, but you kind of have to go look for it a little bit if you don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to take a little bit more of a step forward in certain areas, something like that. Even it doesn't have to be something over the top. It doesn't need to be in your face, but just having the elements of that throughout certain areas would be enough. Because casually, somebody goes up and reads something. They see a picture and they're just kind of hanging out. They look over and like, what is that? And they read it. Some tidbit, something about Walt, the park, how it came up, what happened, and be like, oh, I didn't know that. Huh. I didn't know that. How many times have you talked to people about Disneyland and you go, blah, 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 you know, some fact that we just know. They go like, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
No idea.
Okay, there you go. The history is the connective tissue. I'd always say and we need to make sure it's been strained and pulled and lost in a lot of different ways. They're doing little things to try to reconnect them. They need to keep on going with that.
Keep on going. So that was the beginning of the news. We actually haven't got to the news yet, but this is a good spot to start our news segment. We teased about it in episode 248, and we talked about it a little bit on our LTP Lounge. So the segment is Walking the Park with the Disney Italiano. And it's our friend George, and he's going to drop in like a 3 or 4 minute segment of things to look for in the park should you be visiting during this week or next week, so that it gives you guys something to look forward to or check out. Okay? All right. So let's go see what George has to say about this week.
Hey everyone, what's going on? George the Disney Italiano here, coming to you with my very first episode of Walking the Park with the Disney Italiano. And I have to say, being at the park recently, we kind of got a little bit of a curveball from Walt Disney Imagineering by them releasing a brand new audio animatronic pirate that was installed for Pirates of the Caribbean. It was down for refurbishment for quite some time, but we didn't know, why or what was going on, but now we know. I have to say, by seeing this audio animatronic for myself in person, I will have to say that the placement of the audio animatronic is very interesting. It takes the place of the pirate skeleton that's sitting on top of the treasure, and he picks up a doubloon, which essentially brings him back to life briefly and then turns back into a skeleton. So it's in one of those corridor rooms after you do the drops. So I have to say the placement for that particular audio animatronic I feel is kind of off. It's in a very awkward spot that it happens so quickly. But again, I don't know if that was Disney's intention on doing that because they just wanted something very subtle. Also, too, this is a brand new kind of facial recognition technology that Disney had announced on a previous episode of We Call It Imagineering. And it's a newer type of technology that showcases emotion, such as sweat, tears, blushing, even cuts and wounds. Now, when they showcased that on We Call It Imagineering, it was showcased much differently than what it actually shows in the Pirate. I feel like that it kind of missed the mark with it a little bit. The audio animatronic is still great, but after speaking with Scott Gustin, I think he said it perfectly of that the audio animatronic did not complement the technology. And hopefully in time Disney can fix these issues. But I want to hear what you guys have to say or think about it. Definitely, if you're in Disneyland at any time and you happen to go on Pirates of the Caribbean, would love to know and hear what you have to say. And again, this is just a kind of a startup of Walking the Park with the Disney Italiano, and there will be many more to come. This is episode 1, and this is also compliments of leaving today's podcast, which I am joining forces with, so shout out to them, and hope to see you guys next time in the park. Italiano out.
I get a kick out of that guy.
Yeah, he's
all right.
funny.
Yeah, he's awesome. So
And he has a great speaking voice.
yeah, he does, and he is one of those guys that whatever you're doing, he's up for it, and I just love that. You know, yeah, you want to eat here, sure. You want to try this, sure. You want to go on this, sure. It's like I love that. He's a great guy to have around in the parks.
Yeah, or he's like, oh, let's just let the waitress pick our meals.
Yes, that was very
And he
gutsy.
rolls with it.
Very, very gutsy. Man, that pork chop looked pretty good.
Oh, okay. And that sold me
Yeah.
on going there. that honestly sold me. I didn't even realize the food was gonna look like that because I have not been there in so long.
Yeah.
I was thinking just basic like nachos type dishes.
Well, they
That
have
looked
that.
fantastic. They do, but that looked like a fantastic meal.
Yes, it did. You gotta check it out, Udi. Okay. So thank you for that, George, and I hope you guys like that sort of thing because I really get a kick out of it. It gives you guys something to look forward to in the parks. So let's unpack this. I have not. None of us I know have seen it in person.
Yeah.
So I've only seen video, and it's a lot of mixed feelings about it. So I really want to reserve my judgment for when I can see it in person. But
Agreed.
off the rip though. The audio portion of it sounds a little goofy to me. It sounds a little like Shaggy, like it's a Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Like he's some dumbfounded. Well, we talk about pirates not being the highest educated people in the room, right? But the positive is that I'm glad they're taking a chance in doing something, and I think that this will get better. And I think we might see something like this in Coco. What do you guys think about all this?
Yes. When I initially saw it, okay, the first thing I thought about was the voice too, which I
Yeah.
know I expressed to you guys. I was just like, what, where have I heard this? And then when you did say Shaggy, I couldn't unhear that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it did sound just like dumb,
Yeah.
kind of to me, or like it didn't match
Right.
the animatronic. I did think that I wonder if this is what's going to be in Coco, and that will be amazing. I don't know. Like, I have to see it in person. One thing that was a little weird to me is just that it's kind of the only thing. And then you have all these other animatronics that don't look like that.
Yes.
And that feels a little weird, but I don't know how it transitions when you're actually on the attraction for myself to see it. So, like, I guess a part of me kind of thought, well, why now? Why not wait for something like Pirates?
Yeah.
But I also don't mean it in a negative way where I thought like, oh, this is crap. Why did you do this? You
Yeah.
ruined it. Nothing like that.
Right. That's a good point. I
or-
didn't.
Yeah. Or I even thought like, why not change like one of the Jack Sparrows?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
their faces are, I don't
Yep.
know. Like that seems like an easy face to get right. Like they would have enough Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow, be able to put. I don't know. Like I was a little not like fully excited, but not where I thought it's terrible by any means.
Yeah, that's a good point. If one of the pirates is like that and the other like 90 aren't, that seems kind of strange, right?
Yeah, or well, at least to me, on my initial thought, that's what I thought. And of course, this is without going through it.
Yeah.
To see it in person.
Yep.
Well, without going too far into it, how do I put it? The audio animatronic, I think, is why they put it there. Has more to do with where else would you have put it? I think they wanted to create and kind of test the tech, not go overboard with it, not put a huge amount of infrastructure work into it. So I'm only assuming and guessing that they probably looked at it like, okay, well, we want to do that. Where can we do it? And they probably explored quite a few places that they probably like, well, we could put one here, we can put one here, we can put one here. And to me, I get the point of it being the only one, how it can be weird. Like, we got one of these. Okay, why don't you convert more and more and more? Well, what if the tech doesn't work? So the critique of the voice, I kind of get, but I will go back as like, he's a pirate.
He's a pirate. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I need the same thing else. He's a freaking pirate.
You had mentioned this just in our group text. That is also an easy aspect to change.
Yeah.
Sure.
It is.
Overall. The voice, the face, all the things that people are losing their mind over. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Step one. Now, if they leave it like that for protracted, for an elongated point in time, then you can make the argument like, well, okay. Again, and without again going too far into it, because we're going to go into it further on his show.
Oh, that's right.
That we can't. It isn't the redhead. It isn't a fundamental change to the story.
Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It isn't. It is literally trying to add to it. Adding the lore of...
Yeah, it's enhancing your experience, right?
Right, it's supposed to. It
Yes.
isn't changing it.
Right, that's true. That's a good
So
point.
if you are out there losing your mind over it, like you were over the redhead, I would probably like counsel you, like, calm down. Like,
Protest it.
Deep breath. No, take a deep breath.
100%.
Yeah,
I
take a
don't
deep
think
breath.
it's something to
Relax.
lose your mind.
Relax.
What?
Yeah, no, if you saw the garbage that I saw, I just started laughing at it. Disney ruined pirates. I'm like, why?
Because of this?
Yeah. And I'm like, get out of here.
No, nothing like that.
So, yeah. So,
You could say that about two rides that they've ruined, but this isn't one of them.
No, not at all.
Not with this particular move.
Now, you can not like it, fine. You can be overly critical of it. Hey, I'm not going to stop you.
No.
I'm guilty of such things.
You know, though, if they said, hey, we're going to make all the pirates be this tech, I think I would feel some sort of way initially. Like, I'm going to need a little time to process it, just because Pirates is so beloved.
Yep.
That and like I feel like it stood up over the years, it, like for what it was, and it means so much that I think I would need a processing time.
Yeah, no, and
just, you know, for that aspect.
Yeah, no,
but I also know we have to grow, we have to evolve.
Exactly. You beat me to it. I was going to say these are the moves forward in tech that are going to happen. What I just said earlier, Disneyland is never finished.
Yep.
Never finished.
I get it. Be critical. I don't mind that, but
yeah.
But I don't know, for whatever reason now, my willingness to go so hard in the paint about things like this with Disney I just don't want to do it, because I think if we're going to go
I like that
at
phrase.
Disney, there are bigger things to worry about than this.
Yes.
True.
It's all good. It is all good.
Yeah. And obviously we got to wait till we see it in person. Because I mean, Jay was wonderful. He sent us in that drop. He sent a video of it.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, that's the best video that I had seen of it. And I'm like, okay,
Sure.
I bet you in life it's going to be a little bit better, but not like phenomenally better. Not like I'm going to walk and be like, never mind, I was complete. You know, like I have no critique over it because I do. Like I think the skull looks really cool. But anyway,
The skull looks really cool.
yeah, the
What
skull looks
about-
really cool.
Did it cross your mind of anything with like it translating to Coco or what we're gonna get with Coco?
I didn't go that far.
Okay.
Because with Coco, we know nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to work myself up. Now, if I want to look at it and go like, maybe we got to wait a little bit more. Like I really am being a lot more, trying to be a lot more patient with these things because I feel like you can't interrupt a mechanic. You can't interrupt a chef. You can't interrupt a builder mid-build and go like, what are you doing? Like,
That's true.
Let
Like,
me,
yeah,
let
why
me
are
finish.
you putting that spice in it?
Yeah,
You're gonna ruin it.
let me finish. So that's where I feel like now. Like, okay, again, be critical all you want. Hey, we live in America. This is what we do. But I'm more of the mindset like I said before, like a few times, let them cook.
Well, Jay says he likes it, so there you go. Case closed.
Did Jay say? Because I guess I didn't hear what his actual opinion was. Did he say he liked it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That's his opinion matters.
It does.
Or I take his opinion.
Sure.
You give
Very
it
seriously.
its appropriate weight.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So the next news item is well, actually, that was one of our news items.
Yeah.
So we'll
We just
segue
piggybacked
to
it right
that.
on in there. Yeah.
Yeah. The Disneyland Resort announces limited time $59 evening ticket options for select nights this summer. Options include both Disneyland Park and DCA. These limited time evening tickets can be purchased for a single evening for $59, and they are applicable Sundays through Wednesdays from July 12th through August 5th. Visiting hours will vary between the two parks. Disneyland Park is from 7 p.m. to close, and DCA is from 5 to close. During that time, Disneyland usually closes at midnight, and DCA closes at 10, giving guests at least 5 hours at each. It should also be noted that the final day for the availability of the evening tickets is also right before the Imagine Magic Key summer blackout period ends at Disneyland Resort. That is when Magic Key holders are enabled to use their pass to enter the parks. Mm-hmm. So real quick about that. That sounds great. We'll talk about that, but OC Register has a pretty interesting take on it. It's Disneyland's new $59 evening tickets offer a poor return on your investment if you're looking to save money and get the biggest bang for your buck on your next visit to the Anaheim theme park. Disneyland's new evening ticket costs 5 to 120% more than comparable tickets when you break down the hourly cost of the visit. Disneyland and DCA will offer tickets good live for hours. Sorry, I already mentioned that. They are good for a single park for the entire day on those ranges from... daily tickets good for a single park for the entire day on those dates range from $149 to $184. And they kind of broke it down to where, plus if you consider $40 for parking, the cost of the $60 ticket works out to be about $19.80 per hour. Mm-hmm. But if you go on one of the full-day parks, it averages about $11.81 to $16 per hour, depending on the date and park you choose. So that's a nice way to, be a buzzkill.
A little bit. I mean, no, but I do enjoy that kind of a breakdown.
I do too as well. Yes.
But here now, this is where I always go with this one, this is where I'm going to go with this one. Is that I think it's a sign that they recognize a decline. And I think they're trying to recapture more local business than anything. We talk about it often. What makes Disneyland proper different from every other, park that they have throughout the world, right? The main thing, well, there's two big ones. One, it's Walt. That's where it all began, right? But the other one is that we all know it is a locals park. It is. No matter what they try to do to make it a bigger thing, more of a destination, whatever, which it is, but at the core of it, you cannot remove that aspect. It is baked into the creation of that park. It was designed for the people in the community in California, in the greater Los Angeles area, for people to come to, right?
Yeah.
So I think they recognize that with the increased pricing and everything, that they have priced out quite a number of people. But I think this is and I think that is causing a decline in attendance overall. Again, I don't have any hard analytical data, but it's just my gut feeling. But I feel like this is their attempt. And again, I am very much in the mindset of like, look, Disney, you're trying. Well, we can look at your tries and go like, hey, not the best, but you're going, so keep on trying. I do not want right now, because again, looking at where we are in the park history and the company history, we're at a flexion point, right? With Josh coming in, recognizing the changes that are happening at Marvel, and at Lucasfilm, you can see the winds of change in the company. We need to encourage that. We need to continue to encourage that. So I'm not saying that even this is an amazing deal. It's not. But is it a step in the direction that we can see that the park needs to go to and the company needs to go to? Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll keep on saying it. How do we reward the company, even though we're not 100% happy with it? Like, hey, you could do better. But we need to continue to encourage people like, hey, you didn't quite make it that time, but you got further.
Sure.
Right? When you're growing, when you're learning, when you're doing stuff, whatever it is, as you grow and you get better at something, you're going to have the stumbles and falls. And what is the best way to crush anybody is in that moment, just step on them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that. Like, I can go like, yeah, it's a little high. I would have probably dropped it about $50 or maybe $40, $50. But it's signs, right? It's a piece saying that.
It's an olive branch.
Well, no, I won't even go that way. I will say it's just an indicator that they're recognizing that you have issues and they've lost people coming to the park. I think, and this is where they need to be like, okay, this works, but we need better. Well
said. So really good. So my initial question after reading that for you two was, what do you think this is about, and who is this for? So your answer to that, you did say that, and to summarize it, you do think it's more for locals that want to come in. Yeah. And again, I was talking to Wendy about this the other night. This would be great on a bookend of a trip, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like coming in, like we talked about that, Mark.
Yeah, we did.
Flying in, and we're like, oh, we don't have our ticket till tomorrow, but we can go in.
If this was going on, we could have just done that.
Load right on it.
Like, hey, let's just go in we can go in for the evening.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my critique to that is, before COVID, we could have done that with our APs anyway. But
you're right.
Yeah.
100% right.
And we did it. But anyway.
Yeah. And Becky, so what is your answer to all that?
So my initial thought was, wow, they don't expect those few weeks in the summer to be very busy, do they? Because I know there's been notice that the park is much slower than typical, or what people typically think of summer. And kind of wondering too, is summer even considered a peak time anymore for visiting the park? I do think that price plays into it, especially as somebody having kids. And you're planning stuff to do with your family, it is a very large expense. And so I do think that is an aspect of it. I do think that another aspect is maybe because it is such a high expense, people aren't going multiple times a year, like possibly they have in the past, and they're picking, and maybe they're leaning towards a holiday time. And that might factor in not going as much in the summer. So that was my initial thought. But I thought to locals, absolutely. If I lived near there, I could totally see us getting off work and taking the kids and going and enjoying an evening.
Yeah.
Having a bite to eat there. maybe do a couple rides, watch the parade or some sort of evening entertainment, and go home. I think also could be less overwhelming with having kids. You're not planning for a whole entire like long day. You're getting to go for a few hours, experience it, and head home. Like not having to worry about, okay, nap time and the craziness that goes with bringing kids. Even not having kids, I could see just, if I lived there, telling Tim, like, hey, I'm going to meet one of my friends at Disneyland tonight, spend a few hours, come home. I even thought the same thing as like a bookend of the trip. As you guys know, we're going to the Oogie Boogie party, and I've been working on getting the one-day ticket for the day before, but I could totally see doing this instead, maybe on a trip like that, because we're wanting to stay and enjoy a pool at the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing, and that kind of makes for a fun getaway as well. I do think that it is a step. I don't know if I want to say the right direction, but it's some sort of direction with lowering the price and getting people in. I did like how the OC register broke everything down. And like, I do agree, if you're looking for value, no. That's not necessarily value.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for value, then that's the time that, of course, you need to look for the California resident specials, the kids summer offerings, some of that. But I think it is a way to get people into the park with less cash up front.
Sure.
And still get to enjoy it.
Right. But, and is there value in getting to have experience with your friends and families for 4 or 5 hours?
100%.
100%.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I even think, I know you guys aren't as into some of the nighttime entertainment as I am.
That would
but
be a
I
true
think to
statement.
to spend that and be able to go in and watch Paint the Night, to me, that's well paid for.
Well, we
money well spent, I should say.
Well, we talk about one of the reasons why we think about Disneyland is because at some core level, we've created a core memory in the park, and this is another way to help create that, because they know full well when you create a memory, a play and a positive one where you're with your people and people you love and you care about, and you're having a good time, you create a memory of that place, and it makes that place more important, more special, a place you're going to want to return.
Yes.
And that is another aspect, the mental aspect of when they do things like this, is because they know full well, hey, if you can create a core memory with your family and people you love in the park, you're going to hold that place special, and then you're more likely to want to recreate that. And you'll never forget it. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, I would totally do this.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good on you, Disney, for doing this.
Yeah.
I suspect we will not see this anytime in the fall, but it might come back around early 2027. It might come back between January and February, something like that. But
I think so.
park hours are limited then. So maybe they'll say, oh, instead of from 7 to midnight, it'll be like from 5 to 10.
It would be good of them to open it.
Yeah.
Open it. Do like an Oogie Boogie, make it 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I wonder if you can mix in earlier than 7.
Yep.
I bet you they do.
I bet you could. I mean, I think that would be the thing. Like, if you can mix in earlier.
Well, that starts a week from today.
That would be a better. That would make it better.
Yes.
So then OC Register has to redo their math at that point. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm willing to bet you they'll let you in by 6 at the latest.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Ooh. Wait a minute. If we get in at 6. No, you wouldn't need. Okay. No, I was just nothing. Okay. No worries. Okay. Next news item. Earl of Sandwich opens new restaurant finally at downtown Disney.
Woohoo!
The Nomadic Sandwich Shop will hold an official grand opening ceremony July 15th. Earl of Sandwich has opened a new permanent home at downtown Disney after the Nomadic Sandwich Shop spent years bouncing around the Anaheim outdoor shopping mall next to the resort. It opened at 5 p.m. on Friday, June 26th, at its new location in the west end of downtown Disney, according to Earl Enterprises. The new downtown Disney restaurant will host an official grand opening ceremony on July 15th, with the 12th Earl of Sandwich, Luke Montague, traveling to Anaheim from his 1900-acre 16th century estate in England for the occasion. Yeah. We didn't want to simply build another Earl of Sandwich. We wanted to create a destination worthy of the downtown Disney district, Earl of Sandwich founder Robert Earl said in a statement. As downtown Disney enters an exciting new chapter, we saw an opportunity to reimagine what Earl of Sandwich could be alongside it. The largest and most ambitious Earl of Sandwiches in the history of the 33-restaurant chain will include an expanded bakery called the Carvery and will serve beer, wine, and frozen drinks in the pub. The Carvery will serve fresh carved pastrami throughout the day in view of diners. The bakery will also offer cookies, cinnamon rolls, and seasoned specialties. The new flagship restaurant will continue to serve a menu of hot and cold sandwiches ranging from $11, wraps for $10.50, and salads. I don't think those prices are that low there. Anyways, that's what's happening there at downtown Disney. Udi is less than thrilled.
I mean, I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I've never understood why it's still around.
You're not a fan of sandwiches?
No, yeah, but I don't know. Like, why? I've always had the question of like, why is it so important to have them that they're going to bounce everywhere that they did?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, now we're going to build like. This sounds a little bit better with the carvery and all that. Cool, but I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I have never heard an individual come up to me like, dude, Earl of Sandwich is amazing. Like, there's nothing like I've yet to hear anybody. So not saying that you're not out there.
Yeah,
but I haven't. That has not found me. So I don't get it. It looks the one picture that I see of it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool,
sure,
I guess.
What about you, Becky?
So actually, I love a good sub sandwich.
Me too.
I have never gotten Earl of Sandwich though.
No.
But when you were just reading the prices, my mind did go to, oh, maybe we should get that and we can just bring it with us into the park. Like my kids could probably split one. There's a, if you break that down, there's like a $5 meal.
Yeah.
For them. But yeah. My other thought is, so I love a sub sandwich on a regular day, but like when you are there, I guess I'm more trying to experience like something different or more unique or themed to Disney than I am that. But I think it's maybe around because of the value.
Well, I don't know what the value is of this. I mean, I don't think these are that cheap there. I've done those prices, but I mean, we can ask George when he's down there. Well, actually, we can look online and see what they are. But yeah, I'm kind of with Udi on the Earl of Sandwich thing. I don't understand the big thing. It's a sub sandwich.
Yeah.
And the whole idea. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I've never had somebody tell me that it's the most amazing sandwich either.
No, I've never heard that anyone say that.
So I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I've gone there in the morning, and their breakfast sandwiches look pretty good, but I've never had it. I want to try it, and I guess what I'm confused about with this carvery thing, with the pub and everything, is how is this going to compete with everyone else that's down there? I mean, you are as a downtown Disney guest, you are offered a lot of options of what you can go. How is this going to be any different than anything else? And then the Gordon Ramsay place next to it, like right next to it or right above it, isn't even the same thing, right? I mean, they're going to have their own special foods, but it's going to be yet another pub stacked on top of a pub. And it's like, okay, well, there's also probably 4 or 5 pubs within that distance too that you can walk to that are like, okay, we can go to Trader Joe's. We can go to Trader Sam's. We can go to that Breezeway bar that's right across the pool from there. We can go to Hearthstone Lounge. We can go to Whitewater Cafe or whatever. I mean, there's hundreds of them. There's 4 of them right there, and it's like, how is it going to be any different? I don't understand the business model. More isn't exactly better. It's just like, where are we going?
Well, and it has to do well, right?
To bounce it
around so much.
Yeah,
I mean, keep it.
Yeah, so maybe these prices are that. I mean, and if that's the case, then that's.
Well, I'm comparing it to like Jersey Mike's.
Oh, I like Jersey Mike's.
I do too, but don't you think isn't that a little cheaper than Jersey Mike's?
It is. Yes, that is
But
true.
Jersey Mike's is also an expensive sandwich.
I'm looking at it, and it says that they are depending. It's $15 and lower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yep. Well, they vary from sandwich to sandwich, but yeah.
Oh.
And that's the other thing. If we're gonna all go and get a $15 sandwich, as much as I love a sub sandwich, I would rather go, I don't know, to Plaza
Yeah,
and
for
have a
sure.
meal there.
Yep. So, early sandwich, pastrami for you, or meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the other thing I could see, I guess, is getting it for the drive home. Because we have a long drive home. Like, okay, let's throw some sub sandwiches in the car.
Nah. Well, you can do that.
I don't know.
This is a little TMI for me, but I do not have a long shelf life with sandwiches. To me, you got to make them and eat them. I'm not a good. You pack them in the cooler
When
and.
they get like kind of moist and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I would rather not eat than have that. I cannot stand wet bread. Does it bother you?
Nope. Not at all.
Ugh.
I think it depends. So, like, well, not that anybody cares about this, but because Tim has to do gluten free, like, I have gotten used to, like, if we'll get like a big sub sandwich from Jersey Mike's and we'll kind of like all eat some of it because
Yeah.
it's so big.
Yeah.
But like the gluten free bread is harder. So if you do get it with like the oil and stuff, it actually is really good the next day because it softens the bread.
Oh.
Unlike
Mike's
if
way.
you
That's
got the
Mike's
regular
way.
bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, this is a little.
Just a little tip if anybody cares. But I mean, who's going to pay the upcharge for gluten free bread if you don't need it?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You know, it's not worth that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like the next time I need to just try Earl of Sandwich.
You've got to. Yeah. Well, you're gonna.
Is this good? Or we could ask the Italiano.
I'm sure he's been there, and that's a question we can ask him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, at the end of the news.
Yep.
Okay. So. We are in Walt Disney's Enchanted Room.
Yep.
Okay. Becky can't probably hear that.
No, I can.
Okay.
I can. That's just birds outside.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's going to end the news for episode 249. So thank you for that. We had a spirit to talk about tickets and pirates and sub sandwiches. What else can you ask for the LTP? Right? Maybe we should have a sub sandwich podcast. You like to think about that?
No.
Talk about the best sub sandwiches in the world.
Well,
Boring.
if you want a good sub sandwich, a little plug here. Join us for our
you go.
trivia night at the Beach at Deli, which I noticed Udi did not have a sub sandwich.
Nope.
Why not?
I had already eaten for the day. I had a beer.
You had 2 beers.
Ooh.
I had 2 beers.
Yes, you did. But I'll give you credit. They were not the big.
No.
They're not the big ones like your friend had, Hunter.
Yeah, no.
So they were like equivalent to one.
One that I would normally drink, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I don't play. I mean, I think you've been around me when I drank a big beer. Yeah, I like
Oh
a
my
big.
gosh,
Yeah.
dude. We went to Catherine's once, and him and his brother had these gigantic steins of beer. And I'm like, you guys, ridiculous. 30 ounce, whatever they were. Anyways, okay. So what?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember how big they are, but yeah, they're big.
I remember your brother giving me grief.
Yep.
Which he'll do anyways, no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what I've done, there's grief coming my way.
Yep.
Either the right size, the wrong size, and not
You'll
enough.
find a reason to pick A.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that means he likes you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, well, so let's go to the feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, LTP, the feature presentation is Universal Studios Hollywood.
Odd, right?
Very
Ooh.
odd. And the only reason why we're talking about it, the only reason, is, Becky, we call her the turncoat Becky, no, I'm joking, she recently went with her family, but she also bought an annual pass for their family. So let's talk about that. what made your decision to get an annual pass, and how was your experience at the parks with, just you guys going there?
Yes. So actually, something you guys do not know
Oh.
is I actually went last weekend as well. We went on Saturday.
Oh.
So I did a kind of updated trip
What?
since I knew we'd be talking about it. And since we had the annual pass, we thought, why not use it? So
yeah.
I'm sure Universal, I think it was shocking for you guys when I told you.
A little bit.
Did you feel like, yeah, I felt like it was a little bit shocking.
Yeah, actually,
So-
I actually fell out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of passed out a little bit. So
Yeah.
how this came about is Tim had gotten a ad, I think on Facebook or one of the social medias, and it was talking about a fan fest event that they were having at Universal, which this was the second annual one that they've had, and it happens in April and May, and they have different IPs that they build basically it's an after dark event.
Oh,
and
yes.
They build the night around various IPs that are really driven towards different fans. Something that we found out is that the one that they had last year was not the same as this year. They had some of the same IP, but then this one had new ones. A big draw for us with the IP was One Piece. Are you guys familiar with One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
I am.
So have you watched the live action?
I have.
Did you like it?
I did. It's
I
really
love
good.
it.
What is
It's
it?
really good.
It's elfin anime.
Oh.
Yes. And Tim has watched all the anime.
Let me see.
I will tell you.
I will put it to you this way. You know Netflix, when you bring it up, you know how you can pick your little icons?
Yeah.
I have the Straw Hat Pirate as my icon.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Tim has watched all the anime.
He has?
The anime,
All 1,000
yeah.
whatever? Holy jeez.
Yeah, it's like 1,400, I think,
Yeah.
episodes. So I was not committed to that, but I watched the live action. I have loved it so much. I started the animated, and we watch it a couple, maybe every night or every couple nights with the kids.
That's
And
funny.
I'm on like 70 right now, so we have a
Wow.
long ways to go. But I tell you, it is worth the investment. I have cried. I have laughed. It is such good character building. And it
yeah.
has made me even love the live action even more because
Monkey
it
D.
just
Luffy?
brings like certain
Luffy.
yeah
Luffy?
Luffy. With the dragon
Yes.
fruit, yeah.
This is something I know nothing about. You might as well be talking about Chinese math in my.
No.
I have no idea what this is.
It's gonna sound crazy, but Mark, it's fantastic. Like I would encourage you to watch the live action.
Where do you watch
Now,
it at?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Tim, as somebody who has watched all the anime, he actually loves the live action, which, according to him, is very rare. But it's kind of the Cliff Notes version
It
of
is.
the
Yeah,
animated.
yeah.
Yes.
Good. So
But-
my coworker Hunter is a big One Piece guy too. So he was telling me about One Piece for like 4 years now or 5 years, whatever it's been. And then it came out. I saw the live action. I'm like, oh, okay, well I'll watch it. And then I really enjoyed it. And he hasn't watched a lot. I'm like, but I said, hey, dude, I watched the whole thing. I binged it. And he's like, okay, well, did they talk about that? No. Did they talk about that? Yes. Did they talk about this? Yes. You go to talk about that? No. And then he's like, well, then he filled in the blanks for me, like how they jump a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, but no, I can't. I will not invest in a 14,000,
It's
1,400.
a lot.
I
It's a
know,
huge
and
commitment.
he's been on me for a while, like, dude. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not. Cool. I'm glad, but I get it. Like, the live action is plenty fun, and it's really a fun watch. So I'm good with that. Like, I'm good on.
Is that a comedy?
No, Mark isn't an anime guy. So when you say anime, for anybody who is into anime, they're gonna be like, okay, they know exactly what it is. It isn't really a comedy. It's an anime, Mark.
Okay.
It's a live action anime.
Yeah, and it's a drama. I guess. What do you call it? More of a drama?
I mean,
Or are you talking about the animated or live action or both?
both. I mean, well, okay, because the live action is based on the anime. The anime is more, it's fantastical, but it's more drama, and it is good character building.
Okay.
For whatever,
They're excellent character building.
whatever you want to say about so many people talk about animation and cartoon, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, like
Ricky.
Ricky always comes to
I
mind.
knew you were going to say that.
Because he does. Every time I'm like, oh, you miss good. When it's good, it's really good. So Rebels and Clone Wars, I always go back to that because most people have watched that, or I've had people watching like, holy crap, like I get it now.
All right.
Falls along the same line.
Okay. Let's do this back to Universal.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's go back.
So
Sorry, tangent.
One Piece was
tangent.
a huge draw for us. They also were having stuff around Scooby-Doo,
Okay.
Harry Potter, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Dungeons and Dragons, which you guys know me, I wouldn't care about whatsoever, but Dungeons and Dragons, Mario, and Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we started looking at this, and the event sounded really cool with the After Dark, so to speak, event. So it happened in the evening from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m., I believe.
Whoa.
And yeah, so we're looking at it, and we're like, oh, but if we're going to go at night, we'd want to go during the day. We started looking at prices for the passes, and then we realized, well, hey, an annual pass, it pays for itself, the gold pass, in 3 actual visits to the park. So we would basically be doing that on our trip. Plus, we'd get free parking, 15% off food and merch, some discounts in their City Walk area.
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought, you know what, why not? And it was good for 15 months.
Oh.
From the date our first date of usage of going into the park. So we went in April, and it's good until next July.
Jeez.
July 25th, I believe, 2027.
This is also your birthday.
Why not? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we thought, why not? Let's just give it a try, and hopefully we get there and it's not lame.
Right.
We were a little nervous of getting there because as we're telling the kids, they're like, yay, we're going to see Jack Skellington. We're like, actually, no, you're not.
No, you're
"Yay,
not.
We're going to see the Aristocats. No, they're not there
yeah.
either. We got there. The kids loved it. I mean, they had things that my kids are into, like the Mario. They went crazy for the Mario world. They love Princess Peach, and Princess Peach actually talks there and interacts with you, so her mouth moves.
Okay.
And my kids just thought it was amazing. They had for the After Dark event, they had different colored Yoshis, which was kind of fun, and an interactive, like for the kids, an interactive scavenger hunt throughout the Super Mario world.
Nice.
Which was really neat. So I guess I'll talk in 2 parts, like going during the day and then the Fan Fest event.
Okay.
So the Fan Fest event itself, even if you are not into those sorts of IPs, I would highly encourage anybody to actually try the event because the energy does not disappoint. They had music going on. They had cool lighting effects throughout the park. If you like Harry Potter, they had different characters walking around. I actually did not see him, but Tim saw Sirius Black walking around in Hogsmeade, which he thought was so cool. And they had a walkthrough experience where you would look for a hippogriff. And so you actually had wands out and actors who were, you're like going through a little maze with an actor.
That'd
and
be
you're
fun.
having to use your wand. Yeah, and do spells. The One Piece section was amazing. They did a show on the Water World stage. So it was where they do a Water World show. But they did it all themed to One Piece. And I mean, it was amazing. I guess it's a show that they actually brought in from Japan that they're doing out there regularly. And I mean, it was, to me, a Disney level show. People were going crazy. They had Marines, which I know, Mark, this wouldn't mean anything to you, but they had Marines like interacting with the crowd and kind of like yelling at you or getting mad, like, hey, we don't want pirates here. And like they were taking boats and jumping into the water. There were sword fights, and it was just a fantastic experience. And then they had a themed restaurant, which was Sanji's restaurant, and so they had different themed foods like you would get in the show. Like you would get in the show cupcakes. I found the food to be actually pretty good, like interesting. Scooby-Doo was also a really cool section. So they, you have a studio tour at Universal Studios,
Sure.
which runs during the day, and takes you into the back lot. And, and that's kind of what's unique about Universal Studios is you have this studio tour, are unique to our Universal Studios. And so they dropped you off in the portion, I believe, called Little Italy, but it's where the monster movies are made, like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of those.
Nice.
Dracula. So they drop you off, and it was Monsters times Scooby-Doo. So it was an event combining both of those things. And so you actually got to walk around the sets, which was really cool. And then they had Scooby-Doo characters out there, as well as monster characters like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. You had, or I guess it'd be Frankenstein's monster, but
there you go.
The Bride, and then Dracula, Wolfman, and the premise was they were doing taping a movie, and somebody is causing a lot of problems on the set, so you need to help the Scooby-Doo gang figure out who's causing the problems and capture the bad guy, essentially, so that they could continue on the movie. So you had these interactive scavenger hunts you could do all through there, plus you're interacting with characters. And then at the very end, before you get on the bus to go, or the tram to go back, they had a big reveal, little mini show, where they revealed who the person was, and you could see if you were right. You had a little book to write down your clues.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
The direction. Yeah, I found it to be really interactive and fun. It was a good value, I felt, to go to the event. So we bought a 2-day pass. So you have to pick your first day, but then after that, you could go to any other day that they have at the Fan Fest event, and it was $124 per person, and that's from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Oh, okay.
For 2 days. We felt like that was a pretty good value.
For 2 days?
Yeah.
For 2 days.
Yeah, that is a really good deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
so are you able to bring your RV down there?
Actually, yeah. But that time we did take our RV. There's a Hollywood RV park. It's about 15 minutes away.
Oh.
And it was actually a great place to stay. I would suggest it if anyone has some sort of trailer RV.
Okay. Yeah, that is good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, and then as far as Universal during the day, we have, so like I said, we went this past weekend as well. Our nephew is in town from Maryland, and so we wanted to take him. And he had a blast. There's, I guess, some misconceptions I've had about Universal, as I have been there before. This wasn't my first time, but I hold Disney to such a higher standard than any other park that sometimes I haven't let myself enjoy any other park for what it is. But I went there with not really having any expectations, just kind of keeping them low. But we have had fantastic cast interactions. Everybody has been very nice, like a different perspective than I had thought of other theme parks, just because in my mind, I hold Disney to this higher standard of being the top notch.
Yes.
And I would say, I'm not saying that they're not, but there are other places that are doing it well. Like, people have been very friendly as far as asking how our meals were. I see people picking up after you, asking, is this your first time? What do you think about things? How are you enjoying yourself? We've gotten all of that, which has been really cool. It has been very clean when we have been. When we went last Saturday, it was pretty busy, but like I said, there are people who are picking up. I haven't seen what I picture for other theme parks of being a little bit dirty or messy or run down.
Yeah.
We haven't experienced that. The energy's been high.
That's good to know.
It's less pressure, I think, because you don't have to make a reservation. Even as far as dining, you can kind of just show up and eat where you want.
Oh, like
you don't
normal.
have to have that pressure,
like normal.
60 days in advance. with the kids, I would say, I mean, I'll always pick Disneyland first. It's always going to be my favorite, of course.
Of course.
But I do like that there's less stress with the kids as well, because there's not as many rides, and like not as overwhelming as Disneyland can be. And so we can get there and just walk, and which you can do at Disneyland, but I mean, it's just at like a slower pace.
Yeah,
Well-
I understand. Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I understand that, and that's actually a really good selling point about that, for me, anyway.
Well, and here where you, how do I put it? I think that's the fault to an extent of Disney, but I think for whatever reason, the people that go into Disneyland, they feel like they need to hit everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't get that. I don't get that. And I maybe it's because of the money being spent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I'm with you with what you're saying about your expectation for Universal is lower. So I guess I'm curious, is because of that why you don't feel like you need to rush around, or why? Because you're like, well, it's just Universal. So do I not need to? I don't need to go hit this, and because you don't hold. I'm trying not to be mean, but because it isn't as good of a place as Disneyland, your time spent there isn't so valuable. You know what I mean? Like you're
I think,
you know
That's
what I mean?
a delicate way of putting it, Udi.
I mean,
yeah, well, I think that part
I'm
of
trying
it-
to find the right way to put
Yeah.
it without,
No, I get what you mean. I think that part of it could be one is having an annual pass. I know we can go back. So that takes pressure off, because it's like, well, we can just come back if we don't do something.
Right.
And also, like, I don't know. I guess maybe, well, I'm the type of person, when we go to Disneyland, we get their rope drop and we stay till midnight,
Me
and we're
too.
there the whole day. Yeah, like the kids go, and I'm not one that's like, we have to ride this, we have to do that,
Yeah.
to do that. But I guess maybe it just, I don't know how to put it. I mean, maybe, yeah, you're right. You have different expectations. And so that part is just different. You can relax a little more,
Yeah. I'm curious because
like not be as uptight.
because I will tell you this: growing up in SoCal. Now, mind you, I haven't been in that park in 20 years probably, and I know. I mean, it's going to change, right? And it has changed significantly from everything I've heard. But I will tell you that I would go to Magic Mountain as well. So during the summer, it would be like, we're going to go to Disneyland 1, 2, maybe 3 times, depended. We would go Universal 1 time, Magic Mountain 1 time, SeaWorld 1 time,
What nuts?
and Knott's 1 time. Knott's a little bit more, actually. Knott's more than 1 time. But because of that, it was like, I don't know. Whenever I went to Universal, I got the movie aspect. Very cool, different
Yeah.
different vibe altogether.
Yeah.
But more, I always felt it was more corporatized, for lack of a better way to put it. Like, it was much more like, it's movies, it's creative, but yet it's like the business end of it. Like, this is how it's done behind the magic. Like, it's different for me. It was like that because as much as I love the BTS stuff and it being the backlot's where I love. But it's like, the Crack and Luna, like, I mean, I saw the Backdraft show way back in the day, and that was fun. That was cool. You felt the heat and the fire, and like, you're like, dude. So I get that, but it's just so different at its core that why I'm kind of like, I get why people like that park, but this is why I was like, when you bring it up, that's why I find it curious, because Disney's just a different animal from Universal.
It is.
No matter how you try to break it down, it just is. I mean, the creation of a Universal theme, the Universal Park versus the creation of Disneyland comes from 2 completely separate places. So that's why I find it interesting to compare and contrast, and how you going into the park mentally already are predisposed to what you're going to accept versus what you wouldn't accept at that park. So that's what I'm curious. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good point.
Yeah.
I think that is a good point. And it is hard because, like you were mentioning, you can't really compare them because they kind of are apples and oranges.
Mhm.
But for our family, Universal is a better value.
Right.
So it's like something that we can do more and
Yeah.
still have fun with our kids.
Well, and that's kind of the whole point. Yeah.
Right. And so
Right.
that's where, like, leaning into the aspect of getting the annual pass, and it's a little bit closer. So we can drive. It's easier to, like, go off a Friday after work, go all day Saturday,
Right.
come home Sunday.
Right.
Whereas Disneyland, that is, like, exhausting. You
How
know,
much of a
because
drive
it's
difference is it between from your house?
So it's like a good hour and a
Mhm.
half to 2 hours closer
Oh,
Yeah.
for us. Yeah.
That's a big difference.
So even like when we went this last time, we just stayed like on the Grapevine in in Lebec, and then we're like 50 minutes from the park. So we woke up the next morning, went to the park, came back to the hotel, and we're like 50 minutes closer to home, and then we were just like 3.5 hours away.
Oh,
No, I mean for you, that's what I'm saying. That's why I find this interesting. Well, for you specifically, because of where you are, the logistically, and then with your family, it made sense to me when you said it. Like, okay, I get it. But then I guess the point is, what I'm curious about is comparing Disney to Universal. Where does Universal have it better in your mind than Disney? And removing price point, because we know automatically, because price point, everybody's gonna. I mean, that's the easy one. Like, oh, well, it's cheaper. Okay, got it. But where are they getting it better than Disney in your mind? Like, what experience, and how much of it is it them or you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I definitely see what you mean. So it's hard because a big aspect of it, I think, is the financial component.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Mhm.
like that is a big component.
No,
because, like
real
I
talk,
said,
real talk. Yeah.
And we're thinking of stuff that we can do more often with the kids.
Yeah.
Where Disneyland, it's just not going to be feasible right now to go multiple times a year. It's just not. So that, I would say, like, some of the tech I found to be a little better, like how I mentioned Princess Peach. Her interactiveness I found to be really kind of compelling with like young families and young kids. But you can't say it's better, because Disneyland, I think, has mastered character interactions better than anybody.
Yeah.
But some of that tech, I did stop and think, like, Disney has to have some of this. Why aren't they bringing it in?
Good question. I've thought about that before, because Universal, I've seen plenty of videos. You have Transform, whatever, interacting with the crowd, kind of like what they did with Crush, right?
Yeah, Turtle Talk. Yeah,
Turtle Talk with Crush. Same idea. And the only rationale that I came up with in my mind is that it still feels like a barrier when you have character interactions like with one of the princesses or Captain America. Like I saw a video just yesterday of a child with he was on the spectrum, and he saw Captain America. And he was super excited, and all Captain America did was walk up to him and put his arm around him. And I feel like as I watch interactions that happen in Universal, and I don't know, I guess I just feel like there's still this weird barrier because of that tech. Like, you go old school, you have a character, you have Han, you have Leia now, you have the princesses, any of them. To me, they feel more real. Even like like Mickey, Donald, Goofy. Those characters, to me, I feel, because they're so much deeper into America, like into our history and intertwined, like it feels more real. Even though I'm not a character guy, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So because I've always found that tech incredibly cool, Like I've
Yeah.
watched so many videos. I'm like, dude, that is so freaking awesome that they just sit there interacting, they're talking, and and you have a level of connectivity. But I don't know, it just always feels like it isn't as deep. Like it's cool. Like here's a cool guy that I know, and you can hang out with him at the bar and have a few drinks. Like cool, but he's not your buddy.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only knowledge that I have. Like as cool as that is, like yeah, dude, I like to hang out with you at the bar. You want to go hang out more than that? I'm okay. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like you said with Disney, like IP going deeper into America,
Yeah.
like American culture. I think that there is a different feel about it than say Transformers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in general. Although I do think that Super Nintendo also brings a different vibe
Yeah.
than like some of their other stuff
Yeah.
because like that's something I had during childhood, so it kind of like incorporates
Yeah.
some of that.
And so this is what I find fascinating about it, right? Is the fact that, and the mental part of it is because because Mario too, like I figured out how to master Super Mario Brothers. I could literally finish the whole game in what did I time myself at? 3 minutes? I knew the shortcut, boom, 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 done. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
what tunnel to go in.
Correct.
And,
Correct. And then, but it wasn't. It was core memory in the fact that it was my childhood, but it didn't like really. It didn't really pull into me, like make me think about stuff. It was a video game, and I love the video game, and I guess maybe that's another part of me is like. The things that they have, like Harry Potter, I can get, like where people are really like hardcore, like that to me, that would I find infinitely more interesting because of all the characters and that how many people read the books and connected with the characters in the movies and all the things like that I get. But like Mario Bros, I'm like, it's a video game, cool, very fun, very cool, whatever.
Yeah.
It is part of my childhood,
it's not
but
as deep.
correct,
It's not as deep.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And Harry Potter is fantastic. Like when you go into Hogsmeade just to sit there and have a butterbeer, I could sit and watch people all day doing their wands, and the atmosphere is so great.
What does butterbeer taste like again?
It tastes like butterscotch.
Oh
I would say.
Yeah, not my thing.
It is good, Mark. You would have to try it.
I'll try
if
it.
you go.
It's
Like,
cold
at
or
least try
hot?
it
Is it
frozen.
cold or hot?
You can get hot, cold, or frozen.
Oh.
You know.
And actually, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So we did eat at Three Broomsticks,
Oh.
which is a great meal. I think I sent you guys a picture, but we got a family feast. And so I think it was, it's regular like $70, but we had a discount on top of that. But it's enough for the family, and it's ribs, or family style ribs, chicken, roasted chicken, vegetables, potatoes, corn.
See, that's the good
it was
stuff.
actually a great meal and great theming inside of there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in that whole area.
And see, this is where I kind of go back on my earlier comment about how much we owe to Walt Disney. Because even that right there.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
that right there.
Yep.
And something we talked about earlier is queues.
Mhm.
And I have noticed that their queues, I feel like they've really stepped up from what I remember them in my younger days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
remember the
Harry
queues being
Potter-
nothing. Like,
Oh, yeah,
here's your
through-
corral that you go through and you're done.
Corral,
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Cattle.
No, you go through Hogwarts
Mhm.
to go into Forbidden Journey. For even they have a Secret Life of Pets, and it's kind of interactive with some of the characters
Yeah.
inside there, and you see different scenes. It does a lot of storytelling.
Mhm.
Really, they've really stepped up their cues.
Good.
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 Sounds like it's a good win.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is where I find the competition, and I've said it before, and I mean, the competition between Disney and Universal is heating up, and it is necessary for, and I think what we talk about for Disney, the things that they're moving to kind of bring people back, this is, in my opinion, a direct result of of Universal stepping up their game and being like, hey, we want to take market share away from you.
Yes.
And again, we live in America. we have competition in capitalism. Like, you guys go duke it out, may the best man win. So I'm all for it. That's why but again, I feel like, I don't know, for me, Universal will never hold a place like that for me in my mind. It never will, even though I went to it often as a kid again.
Yeah.
But you will never hear me, and honestly, I've never heard of anybody, even people who cover the park, like Universal, they don't talk about it with the conviction.
The reverence.
A level of that, yeah, but the conviction, just loving the park, that place. I mean, they love aspects of it, right? Like, I've heard on and on about the horror night and that kind of stuff. Like, and I've seen.
I think that the way that they do their after dark type events, I think is just a level of energy that is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, anybody would want to be there, no matter if you liked that sort of thing or not. I think you want to be there.
And I think, and see, this is what I'm saying, like, I get those parts, and I get how people can connect with those, like, aspects of it, like, parts of it. Like, for me, the studio tour, that for me was very fun. Like, and so when I think about Universal Studios, that's the only thing I think about. Because that's what meant something. I don't think about the entirety of the park and the Jurassic and the show and like, oh yeah, it's a cool show. Waterworld, oh, fun show. Like Jurassic Ride, cool, fun.
Yeah.
But it's not a totality of things. So that's why
it's not like the love that you have for Disney. Yeah, no. I get that.
Yeah, and like I said, and this is where I kind of go back. I'm wondering about that part of it is like, I get, again, I understand for why you guys did what you did because it makes sense for you. It makes sense for your family, your daughters and everything. And I get that. And this is where I feel like just me looking at it, go, this is where Universal is doing better than Disney because they are enticing the family a little bit better. They're making it so a family can come in, and then they're hoping to do the same thing that Disney has done in creating core memory and creating this thing for the parks and their IPs and their franchises, so that you have that forever, that evergreen fan that's going to be there. But this is where I'm curious because both ends of this. And so I'm curious, is like, are they really, do you see them being able to really create that kind of energy and vibe for the totality of the parks as opposed to just parts of it? Because everything is about parts when I hear from them.
So another different aspect is I've been to the Universal in Florida, which is entirely different. It's massive. It is just amazing experience. You will never have that here because it's too small.
Right.
They cannot do that. So I have been to that, which is a totally different animal as well. And I think that's spot on with it here. That big aspect of it is the value to get to do something with your family. It's still a nice place. You get to enjoy some fun theming. You get to have experiences. I don't think it will ever be Disney. It could never take that place to me. And I don't know that it could take that place to anybody else necessarily because it doesn't have that deeper meaning. But I think that where I think they do a better job is they're making it so that a family can go there and you're not breaking the bank and you can still have fun. And instead of being a every other year type of vacation, you can make it something that you build into your lifestyle. So that part, I think they're doing a better job. It's not even I think, they are.
No, they are. And I think if you want to be realistic about it, they are doing that better. And they took the Disney model because that's what Disney used to do. That was it. But I think I don't know that Universal current structure has the ability to create something as special as Disneyland. And I think Disney for a big part of it was banking on that. Like, hey, yeah, you got all this cool stuff, but we have the emotional heart, pull and the emotional strings to most of the people. But they forgot that financially even that has its breaking point. So, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and like another aspect with which I know Mark, you would probably focus on this a lot, but you have to take out some of your Disney mentality going in.
Okay.
Is like the sight lines and stuff like that. It's all different. Like you could be in, like I don't even know, in the Simpsons area and see part of Hogsmeade in the background, and like you have to like
let it go.
Yeah, you have to let that go.
Yeah.
Because nobody does that kind of stuff better than Disney.
And
other than I will say the Universal in Florida, because of their space, yeah, they do a great job with that.
Yep.
From what I remember.
Okay.
Thank you, Walt, again.
Yeah, thank you, Walt, again.
I'm going to keep on bringing it back because, I'm glad. I'm glad that you found happiness and joy with your family, be able to go and have another place for to take your family. And it's important that we have places like this. So it's still community. I just find it, I don't know, I guess I just don't ever see it being to that level. And because of at the core of it is just different.
Not in Southern California.
No, and even in Orlando, even in Florida.
Well, Epic Universe has a chance.
Well, no, but again, I go back to it. What is Epic Universe other than Harry Potter? That thing has a core like that one is a deep meaning because of the characters behind it. So the One Piece stuff, they need to lean into that. And then maybe we can talk about that.
Because when we went this last time, they did have a lot of One Piece merch. So actually, I bought a Spirit jersey that's One Piece, and it is super cool. It has kind of a drawstring like zigzag V-neck, and like it ties, so it kind of looks like Luffy's shirt.
Yeah.
And
that's
just
cool
great.
stuff. I like that.
They have really cool merchandise themed to that. Yeah. But we have said they have to find a way to lean into One Piece because I think that it would be such a big draw, and so it could create such a good the land and like theming to that park.
Yeah, I think I mean. That is why the selection of the IPs I found super interesting. Again, like because you begin to look at everything, and okay, we start doing the automatic comparisons to Disneyland automatically. That's where we are. That's what we like. That's what we love and connect with. Of
course.
So like what good, bad, whatever. And that's why I said what I said. If they continue to lean into the IPs that actually have a character building aspect to it, where you have characters that you bond with, identify with, grow with, feel for, then yeah, I get, and they continue to build on that. Absolutely, do I see them beginning to rise? But you can't have one or two.
No,
it needs to be everything.
Yeah, it needs to be the whole part.
And they're not like that right now. At least not that I see.
Yeah, and I almost don't know that they even want to be.
And that could be, I get that.
I kind of like, I don't know. Like I get, of course, I'm not as deep into it as other people. Like even some like Conductor, I'm sure we could talk to about it, or some other people that like frequent there too, or have for a while.
Yeah.
But like, I almost feel like an appeal of this is just, it is a small park. You have the active studio going on, which is a unique element, and that's kind of like critical or crucial to the park and something that makes it unique. And then you do have just kind of the behind the scenes of movie making. But like you said, I don't know that actually goes into like changing your life necessarily, like being, anything like that. But I do think it's like we talked about, it's something fun still that you can enjoy, you can afford, and go have a good time. But it's just not as deep of a meaning to your or impact to your life.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious about Universal.
I mean, I am too. I mean, I have been ever since they began, doing all these changes and upgrading the park. I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, good for that. Like I've been saying forever, Disney has needed the kick in the butt to be like, hey, oh, we're actually, and again, all the things we talk about, like this little thing here, the pricing structure, all that, these are all things that are like, and I want to go over to usual, get a little tip of the cap. I'm like, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Because you're making them remember.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. And just something like as simple as not having to make a reservation. I felt like, thank you. I am so happy that we could decide on a Monday to go Saturday, and we didn't need to check if there's a reservation.
Correct.
We didn't need to deal with any of that drama. You know, like that kind of stuff I do wish that Disney could get away from, but I don't know if it's even realistic.
No, it is. It is. Believe you me.
Yeah.
I feel like we're trending in that direction. I feel Disney is going to remove all that because I think they recognize the writings on the wall that they cannot continue to have a constrictive, restrictive structure just to get in the freaking park.
Yeah.
That alone, like, I mean, how happy we're here that, hey, you don't got to worry about, you know, park hopping. Like, oh, so we're going back to normal and logical stuff like, hey, I paid for my ticket. I want to go where I want to go.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get that again. So don't get me wrong. That right there, you tell me that, I'm like, oh, God, wouldn't that be fantastic? Like, hey, we're going to go to Disneyland tomorrow. Oh, let me check blackout. Like, what? No.
I know.
No,
Yeah.
even like I've been talking to you guys about getting the 1-day pass to Disneyland. We're going to Oogie Boogie on a Sunday. We're not going to go to the park during that day, but we want to go the day before. I even thought, you know what? I better get my tickets actually probably this week because otherwise I may go to book it and they say, oh, you're getting the kids ticket special. Sorry, there aren't any available spots that day.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I may need to lock that in now, and that kind of stuff does just
It's annoying.
It's anxiety ridden.
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
It is. And I'm somebody who's actually deep into Disneyland and knows these ins and outs. I have a friend that showed up a couple years ago and she didn't even have a reservation. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize this had changed to that. And they couldn't get in that day.
Ridiculous.
You know? So it's like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm over. As far as Universal, Mark, I would say you should, if you're going to go to an after dark event.
Oh, okay.
I think that you would have a lot of fun with the energy.
I probably would like that.
They sound like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that should wrap up episode 249. Very good discussion of all things. We might as well start talking about Knott's Berry Farm in this show too. No,
Hey, maybe I'll go there next.
Yeah.
Check it out with the kids.
Yeah, that'd be. Well, actually, I want to go there.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, I think the whole point of this episode is because we have to talk about the reality of the state of Disneyland and Disney corporate and recognizing that they've been effing up for a while, right? And the fact that Becky's like hardcore Disney all through and through. She's like, yeah, I got an AP over there, not over there. And these are the hard realities of what it is. And so it's important for us to not run away from the conversation because, like, oh, they're never going to be. And even though I'm like, Universal will probably never be, but it doesn't mean they can't try, and it doesn't mean that maybe they will, right?
Yeah.
But again, the positive, I guess, way of looking at it for me is that this is pushing Disney.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for Universal for that. I may never ever walk into into a Universal park ever again in my lifetime, but if they push Disney to correct the nonsense that they've been doing, remember their roots and go back to the simplicity and the joy of just being in the park instead of all these layers of garbage that they've laid on top of everything. Thank you, Universal.
Well, and it's a reason I think we're seeing a $59 nighttime ticket.
Bingo.
I do think that it's a reason we're seeing
for the
something
locals. For the locals, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Wow. Now that's going to end episode 249.
Yeah,
comes
sorry.
in. So thank you to everyone listening on this show. We had a very good discussion about a lot of great things, and hopefully it stirred some thoughts in you. And that's kind of what we're here for. All right. So, Udi, where can people find out more information about you?
You can find me on my other show, The Mando Show, which we talk about Star Wars over there. And man, Star Wars is looking brighter.
Ooh, okay.
Which makes me happy to hear. or makes me happy to say, and I'm even happier to be feeling that way. And then you can find me on my our YouTube show every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Indie time. And then you can find me on my Instagram page, which is HAXGOALIE, Haxgoalie.
Apparently, an unfiltered version coming soon from you, right?
Yeah. Oh. Do I put the warning out there now?
No, people will just know.
They're gonna know. I'm certain that. So I will say this. That is me on that page, 100%. It's me.
Okay.
I think if anybody goes to follow you, they know it's not going to be like unicorns and rainbows.
No.
They know it's going to be your unfiltered opinions, and that's why they want to go.
Oh, I don't know about all that, but yeah.
Or they want to fight you. I don't know.
I mean, either way.
Fight you.
I'm not worried about it.
I should say.
I'm not worried about it. It's social media.
Yeah, it is social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to live in the real world.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to reach out to Becky, you can send her email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com, and she'll get that. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Cool. And again, you can send an email, a general email to that email address as well. You can send us you can DM us on our Instagram page at Leaving Today Podcast, of course. And then also our main page at leavingtodaypodcast.com.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and episode 250 is coming down the pipe next. So hopefully we'll have people call in and leave us some messages about the show we can discuss. But it's going to be an episode of probably not a whole lot of Disneyland news unless something really breaks between now and then.
Yep.
But it's going to be maybe just a reflection of the show for the last 10 and a half years. Episode 250. Crazy that we're even here at this point. But... yeah, so that's something to look forward to. Becky and family will be in the house. At least Tim will be in the house, unless Tim wants to go play golf.
I wouldn't. Dude, I wouldn't fault him. He's like, I'm gonna go to Hanging Oaks later. Have a good one.
Especially if it's kid free, you can't blame him.
Oh no, I would not even a millisecond. I'm like, you're hanging out? No, I'm gonna go play golf. All right, have fun, man. See you in a few hours.
See you in a few hours. All right. So again, thanks for watching. Again, thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to us and everyone. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, and catch us every Wednesday from 6 to 7 on Leaving Today Podcast on our YouTube page, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, for LTP Lounge. Mm-hmm. And Becky will show up to that sometime, I'm guessing.
I mean, maybe.
Yes, I will.
Maybe. She's threatening to come.
I know. Repeatedly. Repeatedly.
Okay, we love you, adventures out there, and we will see you in the parks.
Bye.
See ya. I am a good button pusher. Can I have the pumpkin brulee, please? Thank you.
Cheers.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Now that I cracked it.
Not that one. Pick a different one. God, you're so slow.
Wow, these are smaller than I thought.
That's what she said.
No bed sheets.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I like yelling at you.
Snack break.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.